Welcome everybody. I'm Nora and you're watching Norielori's Keto and Health. As you can see, I'm in a very different location. I am out in nature. Last week I was in Florida and now I'm out in nature. But before we go any further, I just want to thank you for taking the time for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it and it really helps support my channel. And I want you to know that I am very appreciative of that. And if I can help you out, that is my goal. I hope that I can inspire you and help you. So let's get into this. It is week 8. I can't believe this is 2 months of updates, and I'm going to have some very interesting things in these videos this week. Number 1, I gained water weight on vacation. I knew I was going to. So what I did is I'm going to show you my weigh-in for Monday, Wednesday, and of course today, Friday. Of course, you're going to see this on Monday. And I'm going to show you how that water weight is going down. I usually do not weigh in daily. I weigh in weekly. But just to see how vacationing and coming home and getting back on your regular schedule affects your weight is what my goal is. And that's what I'm going for. And 2, since it is 8 weeks and technically 2 months, I am going to be sharing some measurements, how much weight I have lost in these 8 weeks, and just kind of recap and update everything. So, without further ado, I am going to show you some of the sceneries here where I'm at, and you'll have some pictures and some video clip of me and the dog. And I hope that you'll get to enjoy some of this outdoor scenery as much as I do. I'm just showing you my Dash waffle maker. I was quite sad. It got cracked on our way back from Florida, so I've got to find a better way to secure it. I'm actually going to be making chaffles, Wonder Bread Chaffles to be precise. And with these chaffles, I'm going to be using coconut flour. I'm actually doubling this recipe, so I'm going to be putting in 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. You're going to watch me fight with the mayonnaise for a minute, but that is also 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Please don't judge me. I know Duke's mayonnaise has got soybean oil in it, but I really don't use mayonnaise very often to really be worried about it. So, yeah, see, I tried to put it over there and it fell down. I'm not graceful. I don't try to claim that I am. Now we're going to watch me fight trying to get this mayonnaise out of this measuring spoon. Yeah, that's about it. I'm now satisfied that that's good enough. We're going to be putting in a couple of pinches of sea salt. No, it's not sea salt. Well, it is sea salt. It's red mints. It's sea salt. and that helps the baking powder. And we are going to be putting in 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. Here we go. Next, I'm going to be adding 2 eggs. 1 egg. Yep, that'll fit right there in that measuring spoon real well. 2 eggs. Well, now I've run out of measuring spoon. Counter will have to work. As you can see, I picked up my measuring spoon. I am actually going to the sink because water is the next component of this, and we are putting in 2 tablespoons of water. There's my second one. And now we're going to mix this together. It looks like it's really runny, but just keep in mind this does have coconut flour in it, and that absorbs a lot of the liquid you put in there, and it is going to thicken up. Just make sure it's kind of scrape down the sides so that you know that you're getting all that coconut flour. So I've got a lot of things going on. I'm having barbecue pulled pork. I've got that warming up. I've got my sugar-free barbecue sauce by G. Hughes. It's almost out, so I've kind of got it sitting here to the side. I got my cucumbers and I got my chaffles going, and just not sure what else I'm gonna have with it, so you'll just have to wait. But I was thinking sandwiches. I'm tired of eating everything in a bowl. So this is what my first lunch looks like today. I actually only have 6 ounces of pulled pork. There's about 3 tablespoons of the barbecue sauce. I've got some cucumbers, and I just decided to go with some cheese today. As you can see, the perfect keto. I did make a coffee today. Now, I don't have a fancy frother, so I can't add my collagen in after my coffee is made. I have to actually make a process. I have to pour in half my coffee, mix my collagen in, and then pour in the rest and mix it in real good. As you can see, I did put in a little heavy whipping cream and a little bit of sugar. And I don't generally drink coffee, but today is a rainy day and it just seemed to be warm and comforting. So there's the first meal of the day. Hey everybody, I have a question, because I know I can't be the only one that feels this way. Do you run around like a mad person before you go on your vacation so you make sure everything's done and you can enjoy that vacation? But when you come back, you're so exhausted that you feel like you need to take a vacation from the vacation? Okay, good. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one, because that's where I'm at right now. I am so unmotivated. I feel so blah. And that is why I filmed my introduction out in the national forest that's close to my house. I just needed to take a moment to rewind, and there's no better way to rewind than to be in natural beauty and, of course, playing with your puppers. So I am going to insert some video clips of that so that you can see some of the nice, beautiful sights that's around me. And I'm probably going to be showing you some other places around here that is really nice, and national forests and stuff, because where I live is a very beautiful area and we have a lot of national forests. So let's watch these clips of the pup. She's too busy checking out that little falls over the rocks there. So let's go check out this swimming hole that we have. As you can see, it's actually dammed off. And there's a couple of spots that's on the deeper side. You definitely, on a hot day, can come here and get wet. And just a little bit more of our creek. And by the way, this is called Horse Creek, and it's in the Cherokee National Park. There you can kind of see how deep it is too. Come on. Wow. So there's nothing like hearing that creek running. Is really, really relaxing. And I am so thankful that I live in areas like this that's got so much beauty. But I'm not going to make you wait anymore. Let's talk about these weigh-ins. I took 3, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I will be inserting those pictures of those weigh-ins, but let's discuss them. I did this because I wanted you to see how the water weight kind of flows off, and show you that, it's a process, and not everybody is going to lose all that water weight in the week. But because I only had gained about 3, it wasn't too hard for it to come down. Plus I do 2 days of alternate day fasting, so I'm fasting 42 hours twice a week, so that also helps. So on Monday I weighed in. We came home on Sunday, and then on Monday I weighed in, and I still weighed the same as my Friday weigh-in, which was 205.2. So no change there. On Wednesday I weighed in, and I weighed in at 203.2. So we got some dropping going on. That was also after a day of alternate day fasting. And then on Friday, which was after another day of alternate day fasting, I had a brand new low. I can't believe it. And that was 201 on the dot. So that means this week I took off those 3 pounds and 2 ounces of water weight and lost another pound, which comes up for a total of 4.2 pounds down this week. I am ecstatic. But the way that I feel, I just don't know how I quite pulled that off. But I'm going to go ahead and insert those weigh-ins and show you those weigh-ins for accountability on myself. So I am still in shock at that weigh-in. I lost all the water weight plus a pound, because before I went on vacation, I was 202 even, and now I'm 201. And I'm 1 pound and 1 ounce away from Wonderland. So close. I'm so excited. So I want to share some very intimate things with you. I want to share my weigh-ins, which I always share with you each week. Something I haven't shared with you is my measurements. And I want to start doing this monthly. I probably would have done it last month if I didn't have so much going on. I went and did it a long weekend in Middle Tennessee, and then we did this vacation. So I'm going to share that with you. We're 8 weeks, 2 months, close enough. So when I started this journey, if you remember right, I was not at my lowest weight. I was actually struggling with some perimenopausal things. Long, boring stuff, okay? But I'll insert that video here in the cards. And you can watch that video and see where I started at and compare to where I'm at now. So that weigh-in was at 217.4. And today I weighed in at 201 even. So that is 16 pounds and 4 inches. That is actually a pretty good weight loss for 2 months. I know it doesn't seem like a lot at 16 pounds. Well, just a little more than 16 pounds. But that is a 2 pound average of weight loss per week. And that's very healthy. That's where you want to be, actually. And it's very common for me to lose 8 to 10 pounds. So I am right on track. So let's talk about measurements. I measure my neck, my breasts, my bust, not my breast, my bust, my waist, my hips, and my stomach apron. I started doing this because it's usually one of the last places that you see the weight coming off, and you can look at it and you say, I'm not losing weight in that area. And that was part of the reason why I started measuring it, because I wanted to see if my mind was playing tricks on me. Body dysmorphia is a very real thing. I lost over 90 pounds and I still feel that I am as big as I was the day I started this journey. It is a very real thing. I see the changes. I'm excited. I get excited to see the size changes changing. But still, sometimes in my mind, I feel that I'm still that big person. Okay? So let's start with my first measurement in my neck. And I measure here, not here, but here. So 8 weeks ago, it was 14 inches. Today, it was 14 inches. No difference. You're going to see a pattern here. My bust, I measure under my breast, right where the bottom of my bra sits. And that's 37 inches to 37 inches. No change. The upper half of me, not changing a whole lot. I do not do measurements on my arms because of how much of the loose skin. It's really hard to take an actual factual measurement. So my waist is at my belly button, and I wrap it around. I actually use a mirror to make sure that the tape isn't riding up on me. Or if you want to use a string, that's fine too. That was 40.5 inches 8 weeks ago. It's 40 inches here, so a half an inch. I'll take it. My hips, that's measuring over the stomach apron, hip to hip, because I want to measure like how clothes fit. That was 49 inches, and today it was 47 inches, so there is 2 inches difference. Now, the stomach apron, I started from the very crease of where the stomach hang starts, and for me, that is right at the top of my pubic bone. And I start there, and I just measure up to my belly button. Those are my 2 landmarks. I had to have landmarks so that I measure the same way each time. It was actually really hard to measure it this time because the fat is just it's different now. I don't know how to describe it. So, I mean, I could have pulled it up tighter and had stomach hang on each side and said, oh, I lost this many inches, but I'm not doing that. I just trust the process of where I placed the tape and I measure. But it was hard. So that 8 weeks ago was 8 inches and today was 7 inches. So like I said, I started doing that because I didn't think I was seeing differences in that area. And obviously there's changes happening there. So let's talk about the sizes that I'm in. This is actually, so this is a 2X, and you can see it's too big for me. But I'm not quite ready to give away some of my novelty t-shirts because, this is Sasquatch, and this is when I went out to Yellowstone. So I'm going back out to Yellowstone next year. I'll get me some more shirts and some more sizes. So I've sized down from 8 weeks from 2X to 1X, which fit me very comfortably. All active wear is extra large. My pant size is 18. That's what I started at, and those 18s are getting baggy on me. Generally, for every 11 pounds to 15 pounds, you can size down. That wasn't quite true for me because where I'm at in my journey, as you can see from my measurements, I'm losing inches, but not quite enough to get into a size 16. So when I go and do some of my new clothes shopping, I'm probably going to be buying, well, if fitting rooms are open, I'm going to see how things are fitting on me. If not, I'm probably going to buy a mixture of 18 and 16s, and then if I have to take it back, I will. So there's a lot of changes happening in those two months. So it'll be exciting to see what happens in this next month. Can't believe that pound, and just a little more than a pound away from Wonderland. So excited. So I shared some really intimate things with you, and I'm going to continue to, because this is my journey. And sometimes you've got to put out those really intimate things because y'all are going through them too. And it shows you that I'm real and I struggle just like you do. So I'm still in shock. 1 pound, 1 ounce away from Wonderland. But that doesn't mean I'll hit it this next way in, because, when you get that close, it's generally when something is going to happen, right? That seems to be my luck. So if you enjoy seeing these transformations and seeing how things change and the real struggle, please like and subscribe so that you can continue to see my progression and see if some of the things that I do or talk about can help you on your journey yourself. And something else, I have an email set up. So if you have any questions or help, don't hesitate to contact me. It's in the description. Unfortunately, it's not a hyperlink to it, but it is just like my channel's name, norieloriesketoandhealth. You'll see it's down there in the description. Don't hesitate. Reach out to me. I would love to help you and discuss or talk to you about anything. That would be awesome. So here's my motto. Your journey begins with you. If you don't start it and take that first step, which is the hardest step, you can't start your journey. Do not overcomplicate keto. Research, but start out with a meat, a fat, and a vegetable or two. Research it. You can critique it and change it as you go. You just gotta make that first step and get going. Bye, everybody. Have a great week.